Hello, and welcome to the second episode of Are We Live? I'm Brandon, and this is my co-host Elizabeth.
We are so excited to have you guys watching tonight. There's a lot of good content ahead of us.
If you tuned in last week, you'll see some familiar faces, but we also have some new segments, including Swipe Left, which is something that happens to me quite often, and College Hacks.
Let's get straight to it. Our first segment tonight is $25 Thrift.
We've all been there. We need the right outfit for the right reason. But no matter whether you want to dress to impress or just doing it for the gram, did you know that 85% of our clothes end up in landfills? Meet Holly and Mark. They'll compete to see who can outfit themselves best with donated fashion. Welcome to $25 Thrift. The twist? They have $25 and 25 minutes to get the job done.
I've been swiping left for a while now, and I think I finally found someone I like, but I'm not sure $25 will work.
I've been unlucky in love, but I feel good about this one.
Let's see how Mark and Holly use their money and their time. The winner will receive the coveted Compassion Fashion Award and a killer outfit. And the winner is Holly! Today you slayed it. Good luck to both of you on your date. And in the meantime, we'll keep saving the world one outfit at a time.
1 week later.
Let's see if we made a love match.
Now, tell me, what's your pleasure? A la carte? Dinner?
So we went to a Mexican restaurant, and I don't eat Mexican food because it gives me gas. He was late, and he wouldn't stop talking, and he kept double dipping in the chips. He also FaceTimed his mom, and she kept asking me if I knew how to cook. Then he asked me to cash app him for the food I ate.
So what about a second date?
I don't think so. Better luck next time.
She's playing hard to get, but I think I want to marry her.
Well, they say the clothes don't make the man. See you next time on $25 Thrift.
This is just too hard to understand.
Did you say that your homework is hard to understand? Mm-hmm. Well, do I have the trick for you? All right, college kids, listen up. First, you're gonna get a black Sharpie. Okay? Then you're gonna take the lid off. And then, wherever the hard to understand content is, whatever it is, you're just gonna take the Sharpie and you're going to draw right over it. All right, do you want to give it a try?
Okay.
Perfect! Look at that. And now, when you're doing your notes, you can just skip right over it because you don't even have to read it because it's not there. Isn't that so much better?
Perfect.
That's it for today's episode of College Hacks with Colleen.
Hello, hello, hello. It's time for more comedy. Thank you all for coming out. Today I wanted to tell a little story, something that happened to me recently. You know, we had spring break for a whole week. And so I went out to a national park. I'm having myself a great time. I'm eating some food. I look away for 1 second. I look back. It's gone. And it's been stolen by the strangest man. He's wearing a green hat and a green tie to match, right? And so I'm like, damn. I got to tell the park ranger about this. So I go over. Apparently this guy's a menace. They're talking about how smart he is, smarter than the average, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, damn. Sure enough, I go out. I look, he's got a little partner in crime, this little 4'5" guy wearing a blue bow tie. And sure enough, he says, "Hey, boo-boo, we got to get the picnic basket." Because he's Yogi Bear. It's true. It happened. I was in Jellystone. He reminded me of a guy. I was in Texas once, and I met this guy who was selling propane. He was Hank Hill. When I say Hank, y'all say Hill. Hank? Hill. Hank? Hill. Yeah. A real Texan icon, unlike the current governor. Fuck that guy. But the thing I love about King of the Hill is that it could happen in real life. And that's just true. Yeah. Now, the thing I don't like about King of the Hill is it's written by Mike Judge, who's clearly not as good a comedian as me. Is he doing it on Are We Live? I don't think so. I don't think so. No. But Beavis and Butthead, that could happen in real life. That's just true. All right. I'd like to thank y'all for coming out. You've been a great crowd. That's it. That's the whole comment. No more comedy.
Hello, and welcome to Fredericksburg Reviewed, where the people of Fredericksburg review things. I'm Elizabeth Cardos, your host, and today Jonathan and Chris are going to be reviewing things. This is how it works. They review things and then rate them on a 5-star scale. So let's get started.
Hi, I'm Chris, and today I'll be reviewing a McChicken from McDonald's with no lettuce.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, and today I'm going to be reviewing Sheetz mozzarella sticks with jalapeno ranch.
So after taking a bite from this beautiful McChicken, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 because it's so McFucking good. The bread is just super soft, the chicken is cooked just right, and the mayonnaise just hits different.
I'm giving these mozzarella sticks with jalapeno ranch a 4 out of 5 stars. They're mozzarella sticks. I mean, need I say more? They're great. I've had better mozzarella sticks though, but they're amazing.
All right, so you heard it here. The McChicken is the McWinner, and the mozzarella sticks are the McLosers. Thanks for tuning in to this segment. This was Fredericksburg Reviewed, where the people of Fredericksburg review things. Sheesh! Bye!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Eagle Update. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Elizabeth.
And here are this week's stories. Tonight, we find ourselves in uneasy times as we see the outbreak of war between Russia and Ukraine. While the U.S. has pledged to stay out of the fighting, we are seeing some of the effects of gas prices as they hit historic levels around the nation within the last couple weeks. Prices have reached their highest since Hurricane Katrina in 2005. And that's 17 years for those of you at home who don't want to do the math. Gas prices even shot up 11% overnight, and there's no telling when gas rates might come back down again. And speaking of gas, Putin, whose name literally means farting in English, and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky have sent negotiators to undergo talks over the last few days. One U.S. intelligence operator listening into the talks from a suspicious white van parked outside has reported that, well, I don't really know what they're talking about because, unfortunately, I don't speak Russian. And that's a fair point. Which brings us, special shout out to our sponsor, Duolingo, where learning a new language is both fun and rewarding. Not as rewarding as taking over another country, but pretty close, according to the scientists over at Duolingo. Download Duolingo now for free in the App Store and start learning over 100 new languages today. Definitely brush up on Russian though, because you're for sure going to need it. And now back to some news. According to top officials in both governments, Vladimir Putin and President Zelensky are finalizing plans to duel in what will go down as history as the most absurd game of vodka pong to ever take place. President Joe Biden plans to attend, he says, before heading back to the White House Thursday morning in time to make his yoga class. And by God, is that great form. On a serious note, Russia's invasion has caused a massive humanitarian crisis in Ukraine, with many Ukrainian civilians losing their lives in Russian bombings and countless more fleeing the country as the invading forces destroy their homes. Our hearts go out to the brave Ukrainian people fighting for their country, and we encourage our viewers to inform themselves on these events from sources other than our news show.
And if you're interested in doing something to help Ukraine, consider donating to one of the many humanitarian charities operating in the war-torn country. In lighter news, we've just come off another fantastic spring break. According to TripAdvisor, more Americans ventured out to hit up beaches, theme parks, and other tourist destinations than the last 2 years combined. Like bears coming out of hibernation, travel is bouncing back at unprecedented rates. With temperatures rising, you might have forgotten that summer bodies are made in the winter. There are plenty of fun things to do in the Fredericksburg area to get some exercise. Like take the stairs because someone in the elevator is wearing their mask as a chin strap. You could go to Costco and fight someone for a parking space. And don't forget, Fredericksburg also has over 20 cool public parks. But wait, UMW has plenty of exercise options right here on campus. You can sign up for a group fitness pass for only $25. You can take a yoga class, cycle, or even dance. And everyone can dance, even without tequila. Actually, tequila is strictly prohibited, but you should try dancing anyway. Or you could do none of these things and do you, boo, because you're already perfect just the way you are. Don't forget to spring those clocks forward this week. Happy spring.
Recently, the weekly, excuse me, folks. I hate to do this, but we're getting breaking news from our field reporter, Cameron, and we're going to go ahead and cut to her for a moment.
Thank you, Brandon, and good evening, citizens of Fredericksburg. Last week, we showed you what police have described as not a big deal, but us student journalists say otherwise. While we don't have a single lead, we got an anonymous report today, here, in this very neighborhood, that there was another explicit photo found. So we're taking our investigation mobile. Police still don't have any suspects, probably because they don't care. And that's where we come in. We've been searching this neighborhood all day and night, but we still have not found a single thing that could lead us to the... Oh my God, what is that? That bastard did it again. Never a catch. It's worse than I thought. Do you know Sammy? You heard it here first, folks. We got another lead in our ongoing investigation. We will not rest until we find this culprit. Back to you, Brandon, at the studio.
Thanks, Cameron, and I hope in the coming weeks you get some more leads. Recently, the Weekly Ringer released an opinion piece claiming anime is better than Western animation. This question still remains, however. Who would win in a fight, Goku or Homer Simpson? Experts close to the situation claim, ain't no way he beatin' Goku. Nobody can beat Goku, and Goku will slap the yellow off of Homer Simpson's face. My God. Other experts contend that if you've seen the Homer vs. Peter Griffin fight, you know Homer has a chance. The one thing that all experts agree upon, though, is that both series should have ended in the 90s. That's all we have time for tonight. It's been a pleasure to bring you the most compelling stories from up your butt and around the corners of the world. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Elizabeth.
Take care.
Welcome to Basement Kitchen Cooking, the show where I try my best to make a good meal in a bad kitchen. Now today's Super Bowl Sunday, so we're going to make something that's essential to any watch party of any sport, buffalo chicken dip. I just want to say congratulations to
the LA Rams
for winning. Very cool. Now for this recipe you'll need canned chicken, cream cheese, Frank's Red Hot buffalo sauce, ranch dressing, and blue cheese crumbles. The first thing you're going to want to do is turn on your oven and preheat it to 350. Now our oven here in the basement has no indication whether it's actually properly preheated, so we're just doing that first and hoping for the best. Now first thing food-wise you're going to want to do is take your chicken, take 2 cups of it, shred it up, right? Then you're going to take your cream cheese, you're going to add 8 ounces of that, the whole shebang into there. Now here we're using vegan cream cheese because it's Super Bowl Sunday and there's a snow warning, so the world is out of regular cream cheese for me personally. Now after this it's really simple, just half a cup of ranch dressing, half a cup of blue cheese crumbles, half a cup of Frank's Red Hot buffalo sauce. After that, mix it all up in there, put that sucker in the oven, and cook it for 20 minutes. Boom, you got buff dip. Let's see what the judges say.
This is very tasty. I don't really like buffalo dip. This shit's good. It's really good.
Quite frankly, it's delicious. 9, 8 out of 10. Very good, very good.
This is one of the best buffalo chicken dips I've ever had. It definitely beats my mom's. Definitely a pitch perfect dip.
Welcome to So Now You Know, a segment about banned books. Fans of banning books fear that children will be swayed into sex, violence, and damaging lifestyles. Constitution aside, banning books is the most widespread form of censorship in the United States.
In a nutshell, when a book holds the mirror up too close to the good, bad, and ugly of human behavior, it may get its butt kicked out of school and public libraries. Today, we're going to let you in on The Color Purple by Alice Walker. The book was written by Alice Walker and tells the story of Celie, a teenage girl living in the Deep South in the early 1900s. Abused by her father, he marries her off to a man who is just as abusive. She has to take care of his 4 kids, wait on his mistress, and work in his fields. After 20 years of being controlled and physically abused, she finally finds the courage to leave. And action.
I'm leaving. I'm going to Memphis with Suge.
Say what? I thought you were happy. What's wrong now? Over my dead body.
You're a low-down dog is what's wrong. It's time to leave you into the creation, and your dead body is just the welcome mat I need.
Say what?
You took my sister Nettie away from me, and she was the only person that loved me in the world. But Nettie and my children are coming home soon, and when she do, all of us together gonna whoop your ass.
Nettie and your children? Woman, you talking crazy.
I got children. They were taken from me, but they were being brought up far away, good schools, lots of fresh air and exercise. Turned out a heap better than the fools you didn't even try to raise. All of your children are rotten. They've made my life hell on earth.
You heifer. What will people say, you running off to Memphis like you don't have a house to look after? You're not getting a penny of my money, not one thin dime.
Did I ever ask for money? I never asked for nothing, not even for a sorry hand in marriage.
You'll be back. Nothing up north for nobody like you. What you got? You're ugly, you're skinny, you're shaped funny, you're too scared to open your mouth to people. All you fit to do in Memphis is be a maid. You're not that good a cook either. And this house ain't been clean good since my first wife died.
I curse you. Until you do right by me, everything you touch is gonna crumble.
Who do you think you are? You can't curse nobody. Look at you. You're poor, you're ugly, you're a woman. Goddamn, you're nothing at all.
Until you do right by me, I say everything you ever dreamed about will fail.
And cut.
So what made this great novel so controversial and unbelievable in many of school libraries? Violence, sexuality, domestic abuse, and conditions in the Jim Crow South.
Read it while you still can. Alice Walker's The Color Purple. So now you know.
Welcome to episode 2 of An Eye Out for the Eagles. Today, we have Jonathan and special guest star, me. And I realized I forgot to introduce myself last time, so I'm Chris Tidings, and I hope you enjoy this episode.
Hi, my name's Jonathan, and if it wasn't apparent enough already, I have ADHD. It's hard for me sometimes to get my work done in a timely manner or just manage my time in general, and sometimes I just gotta move around, but I don't let it rule my life, and I think it contributes to my vibrant personality. And to cope with it, I hang with friends and I do things that I love, like play tennis or listen to music or play video games.
Thank you for sharing, Jonathan. I personally don't have ADHD, so I don't know what it's like, but I do know that it's very hard to juggle school or even fun activities like making music with ADHD, because I know sometimes it's just very hard to pay attention, but I know that it's not just about not being able to pay attention. And one thing that I would recommend is maybe like take a break or breaks when you're doing like schoolwork or something. So maybe do like homework for an hour and then like take a little break by like making music or just doing like yoga, meditating, and try to relax your brain and see if that helps. And then one don't would be just don't chase that squirrel. Like, I know it's fun, but just don't chase it. Hi everyone, I'm back. It's Chris Tidings here, and I'm going to tell you about how I got depression. So, over COVID, when we were quarantining and we were stuck inside, I gained depression like most people, or at least it got worse for most people, but I just gained it completely. And as time went on, it actually just became like really, really terrible. It even got to the point of suicidal thoughts. But one thing that really helped me, is definitely go to therapy. I know like people are scared that they're going to be judged or it won't help, but from my personal experience, it definitely helps. So I recommend it. And then a don't would be to try not to overthink things and don't blame yourself for everything.
Hello, and welcome to Tarot Time, the show where I teach you about the meaning behind tarot cards. Today, we will be discussing the Fool and the Magician. Now let's start with the Fool. Now the Fool is the first card in the tarot deck, but fun fact about tarot is instead of starting off with a 1, it starts off with a 0. Like as you can see, even though the Fool is the first card, it has a little 0 right here. I'll like show a close-up image of it for you guys. But yeah, so what does the Fool mean when you get in a reading? So upright, the Fool means that a new beginning is coming your way. You should be excited, and that a lot of positive change, new positive change is coming your way. And it's something to be really awesome and like excited about. But it's saying that you may have to take a leap of faith into this new beginning. It's saying that, like, you know, you're gonna kind of have to blindly jump into this new beginning, which I know isn't the most like comforting thing. Not everybody likes to jump into something blind, but this is telling you, don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be awesome. Now in reversed, it's saying that you're being resistant to this new change. You're being resistant to this new beginning. You're hesitant to start. You're hesitant to jump into this, which like I said, jumping into something new is kind of scary, but this is saying that you're gonna benefit from it and it's gonna be awesome, and don't doubt yourself. You're gonna be fine. So don't worry about a thing. This new beginning is coming no matter what. It's just asking that you not be hesitant when it's in reversed. Now let's move on to the Magician. So the Magician is the second card in the tarot deck. And the Magician, basically, when you get this in a reading upright, it means that you have all the tools that you need to be successful. Like we see right here, he has the cups and the swords and the pentacles and the wands, all that lovely stuff. He has all the tools that he needs to be successful and to drive his goals and passions. He's saying that, like, just use what you have to be successful, and to just achieve what you want to achieve. It's a good card for motivation, definitely. Now in reversed, it's basically saying that you have the tools still. You still have these tools, but you're doubting yourself, you're doubting your abilities. Maybe you're down in the dumps, you're like, oh, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I'm capable of doing that. This card in reverse is saying, stop feeling bad for yourself. You have the tools necessary to be successful. You will be successful. It's just a matter of motivating yourself, and it's a matter of going for what you want and not doubting yourself and your abilities and having faith in yourself. Now that's all the time I have for today. For our next episode, we will be discussing the High Priestess and the Empress. Bye!
All right, here's a song by Machine Girl, and Happy International Women's Day. Oh, go, go. Right on! Oh, go, go! Right on! Oh, go, go! Right now! Oh no! Falling through time, I'm petrified because there is nothing to stop me. Not loud at all. Falling through time, I'm petrified, there's nothing all over the fucking sidewalk! Sorry for the technical issues, folks.
This is so stupid. Dorothy in the streets, Blanche in the sheets. No bio is probably better than a bad bio.
I'm naturally an alpha male. I have a really dark sense of humor that a lot of females don't understand.
Thanks for tuning in to this week. Come back next week for more like this. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.